the hidden language dogs use every day. Have you ever felt like your dog was trying to tell you something, but you had no idea what it was? Maybe they stared at you from across the room. Maybe they suddenly looked away. Maybe they wagged their tail. Maybe they yawned. Maybe they walked away when you thought they wanted attention. And in that moment, you probably did what most dog owners do. You guessed. Because here's the fascinating truth. Your dog is communicating with you every single day. The problem is, they're speaking a language most humans never learn. Not with words, not with barking, not even with sounds, but with something far more subtle. A hidden language, a language made of body movements, tiny expressions, posture, eye contact, tail movements, distance, energy. And once you begin to understand that language, you start seeing your dog differently. Suddenly, behaviors that once seemed random begin making sense. The dog that looked stubborn may actually have been confused. The dog that looked guilty may actually have been nervous. The dog that seemed distant may actually have been asking for space. And that's what makes this topic so important. Because many misunderstandings between dogs and humans happen for one simple reason. We're listening for words. While dogs are speaking through behavior, imagine moving to a country where nobody speaks your language. You try your best to communicate. You point, you gesture, you use facial expressions. You do everything you can, yet nobody understands. That would be frustrating. In many ways, that's the world dogs live in every day. They are constantly communicating, constantly sending signals, constantly sharing information. But humans often miss it. And perhaps the most surprising part is this. Dogs usually begin communicating long before they bark, long before they growl, long before they make any sound at all. Let's start with one of the most misunderstood signals, the tail. Most people believe a wagging tail always means happiness, but that's not actually true. A tail wag simply means emotion. The meaning depends on the rest of the body. A loose, relaxed wag often means friendliness, excitement, comfort, joy, but a stiff tail wag can mean something very different: uncertainty, alertness, even stress. That's why professional dog trainers rarely look at the tail alone. They look at the entire dog, the ears, the eyes, the posture, the movement, because dogs communicate through combinations of signals, not individual signals. Think of it like words in a sentence. One word rarely tells the whole story. Context matters, and dogs understand context remarkably well. Another signal dogs use every day is eye contact. Humans often assume eye contact always means affection. Sometimes it does, but sometimes dogs deliberately avoid eye contact, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. In dog language, looking away can actually be polite. It can mean, "I'm not a threat. I don't want conflict. I'm trying to stay calm." Imagine two strangers meeting. One immediately stares aggressively. The other remains relaxed and respectful. Dogs often use eye contact in a similar way. A dog who looks away may actually be trying to keep peace, not ignore you, not disrespect you. Keep peace. And perhaps that's one reason dogs are so misunderstood. They're following rules humans don't even know exist. Then there's yawning. Have you ever yawned, only to notice your dog yawning too? Many people assume dogs yawn because they're tired. Sometimes they are, but dogs also yawn when they're stressed, uncertain, overwhelmed, or trying to calm themselves down. Behavior experts often call these calming signals, small actions dogs use to reduce tension, to avoid conflict, to communicate peaceful intentions. And once you start noticing them, you see them everywhere. A dog turns their head away. A dog licks their lips. A dog blinks slowly. A dog yawns. A dog sniffs the ground. To humans, these behaviors seem unrelated. To dogs, they can be part of a conversation. Imagine two dogs meeting for the first time. Humans often expect excitement. Dogs often prefer caution. They approach slowly. They look away. They curve their bodies. They avoid direct confrontation. All of these behaviors help prevent conflict. It's their version of saying, "I come in peace." And perhaps one of the most beautiful things about dog communication is how much of it is designed to create harmony. Dogs spend far more time preventing conflict than creating it. That's something many people never realize. Another powerful signal dogs use every day is distance. Distance is language. A dog that moves closer is communicating. A dog that moves away is communicating. A dog that sits beside you is communicating. A dog that chooses another room is communicating. The challenge is that humans often assign the wrong meaning. For example, if a dog walks away, many owners assume the dog is being rude. But sometimes the dog is simply saying, "I need a break. I need space. I'm feeling overwhelmed." That's not rejection. That's communication. And healthy communication deserves respect. The same is true when dogs choose to sit close. They're not always asking for petting. Sometimes they're simply saying, "I enjoy being near you." That distinction matters, because understanding your dog's language changes the relationship. You stop guessing. You start listening, not with your ears, with your eyes, and perhaps that's when something remarkable begins to happen. You start noticing things you never saw before. The small glance before your dog approaches, the subtle tail movement, the shift in posture, the way they look at you when they're unsure, the way they relax when they feel safe. Suddenly, you realize your dog has been talking all along, and every day, they've been hoping someone would understand. And perhaps that's where the hidden language becomes even more fascinating. Because once you start paying attention, you begin to realize something incredible. Your dog isn't communicating only when they're excited, or frightened, or trying to get your attention. They're communicating almost constantly. Every movement, every expression, every decision, every interaction. It's all part of the conversation. Take your dog's ears, for example. Most people notice ears only when they're standing straight up or pinned completely back. But dogs use their ears like emotional indicators, tiny adjustments that reveal what they're feeling. Forward ears often signal curiosity, interest, attention. They're gathering information, trying to understand something, trying to decide whether a situation is safe. Relaxed ears often signal comfort, calmness, security. A dog whose ears rest naturally is often a dog who feels at peace. But ears pulled tightly backward can tell a different story. Uncertainty, nervousness, stress, sometimes excitement. That's why context matters. One signal alone never tells the whole story. Dogs communicate in sentences, not individual words, and those sentences are written across their entire body. Then there are the eyes, perhaps the most emotional part of a dog's language. Have you ever noticed how differently your dog looks at you compared to strangers? The eyes soften, the muscles around the face relax, the expression changes. Many dog owners describe it as a loving look, and perhaps that's exactly what it is, because dogs often use their eyes to communicate trust, safety, connection. A dog who trusts you doesn't need to constantly monitor you. They can relax, they can soften, they can simply be present. And maybe that's why eye contact with a beloved dog feels so powerful. Because, for a brief moment, both of you are communicating without words. Then, there are the signals many owners completely miss. Lip licking, head turning, slow blinking, sniffing the ground, looking away. These behaviors often seem meaningless, but in dog language, they can be incredibly important. Imagine you're in an uncomfortable social situation. Maybe you're nervous. Maybe you're unsure what to say. Humans often smile awkwardly, look away, adjust their posture. Dogs do similar things. They use calming signals, small behaviors designed to reduce tension, to avoid conflict, to make situations feel safer. When your dog turns their head away during a stressful moment, they may not be ignoring you. They may actually be trying to calm the situation. When they lick their lips unexpectedly, they may not be hungry. They may be uncomfortable. When they yawn during training, they may not be tired. They may be experiencing uncertainty, and suddenly, a behavior that once seemed random becomes meaningful. Because now, you're listening. Now you're understanding. Now you're participating in the conversation. But perhaps the hidden language becomes most beautiful when dogs communicate affection, because dogs rarely express love the way humans expect. Humans use words. Dogs use presence. Think about how often your dog simply chooses to be near you, not because they need food, not because they want a walk, not because they expect a reward, just because they want to share space with you. That is communication. That is language. That is your dog saying, "I enjoy being near you." Many dogs will quietly move into the same room as their owner, then lie down. Nothing happens. No interaction. No activity. No excitement. Yet the dog stays. Why? Because closeness itself is the message. Another powerful signal is following behavior. Some owners laugh because their dog follows them everywhere. The kitchen, the hallway, the bedroom, the bathroom. Sometimes it feels like having a furry shadow, but often that behavior is saying something important. Your dog feels connected to you. Your dog enjoys your company. Your dog wants to remain part of your world. Again, language, not spoken language, emotional language. And perhaps that's why so many dog owners eventually develop the feeling that their dog understands them. Because in many ways, they do. Not every word, not every concept, but emotions, patterns, energy. Dogs are experts at observing humans. They notice changes we don't even realize we're displaying. The way you walk when you're stressed, the way your voice changes when you're upset, the way your breathing shifts when you're anxious, the way your posture changes when you're tired. Long before many humans notice these things, your dog may already know. That's why dogs often seem to appear beside us during difficult moments. Not because they understand the problem, because they understand the emotion. And sometimes, emotion is what matters most. Maybe that's why dogs have remained such important companions throughout human history, because they communicate differently, not through speeches, not through explanations, but through actions, consistency, presence, trust. And perhaps the greatest misunderstanding of all is that humans often think communication requires words. Dogs prove otherwise every day. Every tail movement, every glance, every relaxed sigh, every slow blink, every decision to sit beside you, every moment they choose your company. It's all communication. It's all language. And once you learn to see it, you realize your dog has been talking to you all along. Not for weeks, not for months, for years, maybe even their entire life. The hidden language was never truly hidden. It was simply quiet. Quiet enough that most people never noticed. Until now. And perhaps that's the real lesson behind this video. Your dog is communicating every single day. The question isn't whether they're talking. The question is whether we're listening. Because once you begin listening, everything changes. The tail wag means more. The eye contact means more. The way they follow you means more. The way they sleep beside you means more. The way they greet you at the door means more. Suddenly, ordinary behaviors become meaningful conversations. And meaningful conversations become deeper relationships. That's when something beautiful happens. You stop seeing your dog as an animal living in your home. You begin seeing them as a friend, trying to communicate in the only language they know, a language built from trust, loyalty, patience, and love. So the next time your dog looks at you, pause for a moment. Look back. Pay attention. Notice the details, because there's a good chance they're saying something. Maybe, "I'm happy you're home." Maybe, "I feel safe." Maybe, "I trust you." Maybe, "I love you." And perhaps those simple messages are the most important conversations we'll ever have. If you've ever noticed your dog using one of these hidden signals, tell us about it in the comments below. We'd love to hear your story. And if you enjoy emotional stories that help you understand the secret world inside your dog's mind, subscribe to DogMind Tales. Because every glance, every tail wag, every quiet moment, and every hidden message has a story worth telling. And remember this, your dog may never speak your language, but every day of their life, they're hoping you'll learn theirs.